Hello there, and welcome to Build Mode, where we're doing some settlement building in Fallout 4. I'm your happy-go-lucky builder, Red, and our avatar for today is Punk Ugly Bob. But yes, here we are once again in Build Mode, doing some building and what have you. We are here at the Drumlin Diner, for it is actually, with mods, a settlement you can build. And I thought, what no better place there is than this to set up as a fantastic place to do some bartering and set it up as an actual trade hub. As you can see on the map here, we have set up all the supply routes, so there's all that good stuff. There are some people at Red Rocket ready to move to places, which the Drumlin Diner will need a few people to run those shops. We have Abernathy Farm and Ten Pines Bluff and Oberland Station. Now, none of those I plan on doing proper builds in, because they're sort of smaller places and I'm not really interested. But what I will do, however, is go to Ten Pines Bluff, for instance, and what I essentially plan on plonking down in these places is this thing here. This is a build supply thing, so you plonk that down there. You can only plonk down one, and they will use those supplies to build up this place. I don't think it happens instantly. I think I need to go away. But yes, I'll leave this to these people, and they can do whatever the hell they want with this place. It's all connected to the network, so fortunately I got all the supplies for it and what have you, but that doesn't matter anyway, because I'm in God mode. Anyway. So let's pop over and do the same thing to Abernathy Farm and Oberland Station. Right, that has been done. Now it is time to get some scrapping in. I will give the old scrap everything a go on the workshop here and see what happens. There's a couple places back here, but these are just like shacks that have been dropped in here to add like a little bit of, I guess, vibes to this place. But I don't think anything major should be deleted. So let's have a look, shall we? Okay, I've just done it. Looks relatively fine. I was kind of hoping some more of these things would honestly get rid of. Is the old insert working? No. Just these shells of cars are going to be stuck here, are they? Okay. This place is actually relatively big. I could set up a big back area here over this swampy part area and make it like sort of a, you know, main attraction. That's where, you know, you walk through here and that's where you go to see, you know, the traders and what have you. But yes, okay. Not too shabby. Okay, I could delete that. That was the insert thing allowing me to do that. All right, well, we've got a lot to work with. So let's get started, shall we? I'll lay the foundations out the back here and see what we can get going. Oh, there's crows I can actually delete. I'll turn that off. I don't want to delete the crows. You guys can stay here. All right. Anyway. Okay. Not looking too shabby so far. I mean, it looks shabby as hell because there's, you know, all scrap wood and all that sort of stuff. You know what I mean. Coming up not too badly. Just finishing off some fencing here, making a, you know, a bunch of random looking things. There we go. Right. So this is going to be the main attraction, I think. Coming down this way here, going to be some cellars around here. I might have some balcony canopy type things or what have you above some spots. Depends on what's available, I will say. But there's some more places out here, and I thought down here there might be, this is where perhaps some weapons or something might be, because that's, you know, the type of place where you'd probably want a bit more protection, the weapon sellers, maybe perhaps like even a guard post here. And then I thought, you know what, out here might be a nice little food area. Food prepared over here, and there's some sitting areas over here. A real nice place to dine and what have you. So that's that done. That's the foundations of this area. Looking pretty good. But yes, let's just block this off. We don't want any health and safety nightmares going on here. People falling down and all that sort of stuff. People might get hurt in this horrific wasteland that is this place, if you know what I mean. But anyway, it's fine. It's cool, there we go. And then I can put like mayhaps a little open sign down here. Just hopefully people, hopefully the people can path down there. The pathings, I think I've found genuinely not too bad. They can usually do a rather decent job. But that's that for now, and there'll probably be some defenses later. I'll look at that. The defenses will be the last thing I pop in probably. So that's sort of this area all covered. But I do need a place for all the workers and what have you to sleep. Now, I was thinking around this area somewhere. I wish this car wasn't here. This would be a perfect spot, to be honest. Which is a shame. But that's fine. I'll make do. I could pop it over here, but I want something a bit more closer to the road. Something you can see. I might have to put some foundations here and just raise it up a bit. I could actually potentially raise it above the car and just hide the car. Something like that. Which I could theoretically do. Which is something I think, now that I'm talking about it, I think I might do. Just some little houses and what have you. An area where some people who might be working the old shops and what have you can sleep in, the guards as well. This place is going to probably need quite a few settlers. This is probably where a lot of my settlers are going to be, you know, funneled to for quite a bit. I'd like to think that this sort of area is set up and used, like, you know, story-wise, you've set up a deal with her. She has like the front area, you know, the main customers and all that sort of stuff. I'll put some chairs back here too at some point. But then, you know, nearly covered these crows. Couldn't do that. That's a bad idea. Got to keep those crows there. But yeah, put some stairs up here. They'll come up here, and then just put probably mayhaps just a prefab as well. Sometimes it's not the best, but sometimes just chucking it down a prefab really helps out. Yes, there we are. Did a little bit of finagling, but one of these rooms, or two of them mayhaps with some bedding, just for, like, you know, the basic people. Unfortunately, this plant is coming through here quite a lot, but I just can't really do anything about it, unfortunately. And then there's like a little room here. This is where I imagine, like, you know, two people share and have a small accommodations. And then over here is, you know, a little bit more rough and tumble, or closer. They got a few more dollars in their pocket and they're sellers. And then, yeah, here's like the guards and stuff they have there. I'm going to put like mayhaps a little table here or something. We'll see. But of course, we need some advertisements and advertising and what have you, as depending on your accent, you might say. So we need to let people know that there's stuff for sale down here. So let's have a little look at the furniture and what have you, and see if I want like a little not window, mayhaps like a little, you know, big blocky thing like that. What I also need to do is oh no, cool. All right, you might be wondering what just happened there. I had a little bit of a lag spike, and I thought, ooh, that might have been my audio interface crashing, which it occasionally does. Seriously, don't ever buy USB audio interfaces if you can afford to not do. But yes, so I thought, oh, I better save it, and I unplugged and plugged my audio interface in first before saving, just to refresh it, and the game crashed. And wouldn't you know it, none of my progress was saved because I hadn't saved it. So I've rebuilt. I think this is slightly different. I think actually that was one longer, but screw it. It doesn't matter. Did I take the opportunity to fix some mistakes I made? Absolutely not. What I did instead was just barrel ahead, although I did try and canter this sideways. It looks a bit more interesting, I think, especially, but this one's still poking through here, but at least I can put something over that one now. But yes, there we go. So that's that area done again, and waiting to be furnished. So yes, I was going to do an archway here. Before I... okay, anyway. Yes, I think everything else is pretty much identical. The fences have probably obviously changed, and that area I think looks relatively similar, as it were, except I think it's just, yeah, one shorter, but that's fine. I was probably going to struggle to fill in all these areas, to be honest, already, so anyway. Let's have a look and see what kind of archway we can put in here. Right, there we go. A little archway there. Use some of the warehouse things there to do that. And I've got this open sign that I thought I might pop over here too, so that people know there's open down there. Okay, that glitched through. That's fine. That's cool. Oh, for God's sake. Okay. And voila, there we go. There's no power yet. I might actually do that next, I think. Chuck some power around, that way I can, if, you know, when I'm putting lights down stuff, I can notice if it's powered or not. But yes, there we go. A little archway there to let you know, come down, do some shopping down here. And it's open. And all that good stuff. Yes. Looking quite nice so far, actually, I will say. I also thought what I might do is use some of these warehousing or roofing. There's quite a nice amount of little things. There's some of the things like this, like, you know, almost like canopies that you'd see, you know, mayhaps market stalls almost use. You know, there's a bit more metal-y than normal ones, but some little caps like that, you know, something like that. With poles, obviously, to make it not floating there. Yeah, something along those lines. But yes, let's get this place wired up, shall we? Away we go! Okay, there we are, the foundations of some energy pumping out there. I made the fusion generator a little bit smaller, scaled it down so it'd fit in there nice and comfy, but there's a hole out there, and a few down here. It should get enough power everywhere. Though I might perhaps need one down here. Let's go for one more, sort of trying to put them in the corners, like, you know, people, if they were going to maintain them, they'd have some spots to do it from, but it's a little bit out of the way still. Might have to chuck one here, I think, as well. Might perhaps move them later if they're a little bit ugly, but there we go. I think that should create a rather fun circuit. One more down here. There we are. Everything's cabled up. You to you. Creating a circuit loop as well. Nice and handy. But there we are. Some power's gone in. I don't mind making him a bit more obvious. I could make it invisible and like wrap it around the sides and everything and all that sort of stuff, but I find that such a pain in the ass. I hate doing it. So big ugly pylon poles it is. Yes. Alright, let's see if we can get this canopy going, shall we? Right, that's been set up. The only thing I don't like about them is that the lighting under there changes when you walk back and it makes it look a bit weird. But fair enough. Fine. It's fine for what it is. So that's a little canopy area just down there. But yes, I think we're ready to start sort of furnishing the places, I'd say now instead. So, where shall we start? Oh, there's a bunny in here. Hey, you can't be here. You need to pay to be in this area. Stupid bunnies. Anyway. Yeah, so that is floating a little bit unrealistically, I know. I might even put a pole extra one in. Just to sort of, yeah, there we go. Make it look like they've been popped over those, posts and what have you. But there we are. Fine for now. But let's start laying out, perhaps, first, where all the people, the stores are going to go exactly. I'm curious to see if there's any new ones here. Doesn't look like there's new ones. New. Oh, there is these big ones here, but I can't afford it because the infinite thing actually only makes you go up to 999 caps. I'll have to give myself some caps to do this. Fine. Right, there we go. So we've got the clothing and armor up here. A general store here. I was hoping to put like a bar here, but I've been so spoiled by mods, I forgot that bars aren't actually default, and the same goes with food places. So I put a clinic over here, put a weapons one over here. I thought I might put the different one there, just to make it look a bit fancier. And down here, I guess I'm just gonna have to pretend that there's a bar, a food eatery down here. I just might put some like cooking stations and stuff. But yes, I must admit I completely forgot that like food and bars and stuff aren't actually the standard trader things. It's that's the mod stuff. So right. So I'm just gonna pretend that the general store is like a bar type thing and set up it so looks like there's drinking area down here, and down there I'll put an eatery, a fake one basically. But yes, once again, every now and again I just didn't even think to check because it's been so long that I think just about every single mod pack I've played has put that in, and I forgot that that's not default. But yes, there we go. Let's start getting some accents in. Let's go down here and build the bar first. Oh, no, the foodie eatery area. Right. Right, there we are. Plopped a few things down here, some eating areas. And sort of tried to make a place here that looked like, someone could be cooking in these areas here. An espresso machine and a lovely fireplace thing here. Good for cooking and good for eating and what have you. Next up is the clinic here. And the weapons area cellar. Not exactly sure what I can put up on these things. I mean, I can put some weapons on the walls, I suppose. I'll have a little bit of a browse through and see what I can find, eh? Let's do that. Alright. There we are. So, of course, I don't have very many weapons to display in here yet or anything like that. And yes, it's a little bit awkward there to hang that up like that, but I'm actually against the barrier this time. I wasn't last time. I guess I'm somehow managed to move this slightly differently. I don't know. It didn't quite work out the same when I had to rebuild this place, but yes. Little clinic area here, some beds and what have you, and some accoutrement. I am very much noticing the lack of like random little filler props in this mod pack, I will say. A lot of other mod packs add like a little, a lot of little junk and what have you, like the little bits of piles of towels and all those sorts of stuff. So I'm definitely missing that quite a lot. Which is especially why this weapons area, I think, is rather bare looking. There's not a huge amount you can do. But yeah, so like a lot of seating area out here, most of it for the doctors, but I imagine this is a bit more general, populous. But yes, I did pop a couple mannequins up here because I already found some, so I thought I might as well. I like the idea that the armorer and clothier are perhaps like, a couple or people that are in business together, as it were. But yes, and some vending machines up here too for that. So let's set up a little bar here, like you can get some drinks. A nice Nuka-Cola or a bottle of milk? Sure. Right, there we are. I couldn't do a huge amount with this, but put some nice little benches there. A cigarette machine, of course. And I gave the general trader, like, a bunch of junk, as if, like, they're selling, a good amount of junk. There we go. That looks quite nice and a bit more character to it, indeed. And, I put two benches here as well, just for people to be able to sit on. Adds a little something. My only worry is that this open area here is going to be a little bit boring. There's not really many planters and stuff you can put in or something nice. I'll put something that maybe perhaps over here in this spot, a little accent spot of something, but we shall see. But let's do some clothing stuff. This is mostly kind of probably just going to be a few bits of furniture anyway. Oh, there is one thing I can do. Put a little barber there. I'll just pop that there for now. But yeah, there we go. Nothing too crazy for the clothing people. I just might put some clothing things on these stands if I've got some spare and what have you. But yeah, just a little bit of an accents here and there around the sides here, just to give them a little something. Entirely possible with some of this furniture the NPCs might not be able to actually quite walk around, but that's fine. They can teleport there. Put a little bin here too. That way people can, you know, put some rubbish in there. And just some crates and boxes here, why not? Just to add a little bit of, some form of life there. Some filling ins, as it were. Oh, yeah, I did put some oil lanterns up here too, and this random sign, because why not? Yeah, sort of leads you into the front gate, as it were. Probably should put some handrails up here too, because, you know, people. I mean, this is the wasteland. There's no way in hell they're getting an insurance claim from me or anything like that, but, you know, why not try and protect the people as best you can, eh? Yes, let's build like some form of little barber shop here too. Unfortunately, once again, there's not very many things I can do, but let's have a look, shall we? All right, there we go. Yeah, nothing fancy. I mean, this probably needs a little more something, doesn't it? Just a little table of something. Just in the corner here. Just to add a little bit more something. Anything, really. Mayhaps a little fancy half-moon thing over here as well. Like you can pop some more little items on that. There we go. Haven't got any little items to pop on them, but, you know, that's by the by. There we go. I also found this liquor sign up here, so I can put that above there and make it look a bit more like it's like, you know, an actual bar. So one category I kind of forgot about, because there's a lot of signs in here, in wall decorations. So I could pop a few of these around. Got, it's a bit hard to see. They're a bit blown out, aren't they? Floats. Ooh, Nuka-Cola float. Wonder if that'd taste nice or not. I don't know, is Nuka-Cola actually good? I've always got the sense it was like, you know, the old classic cola. Whether it's good for you or not, I don't know. Mayhaps that doesn't matter. Really hate how things snap to the wall still, even though you turn like snapping off. I don't know what it is with this. There we go. Put a little something up there. A for sale sign, why not? There's a sale going on. Ooh, a salon sign. Fantastic, that's exactly what I need. We're up here in the salon. Hey, work with me. Come on, work with me. Nope. Okay, that's as close as it's gonna get. There we go. Little gun shop sign. No, I might pop that over that and make it a little bit more rustic looking. There we go. Looks a little bit better, doesn't it, than those just weird word weapons written on it. Not too shabby indeed. And a little drug sign. Drugs, yes. Okay, yeah, getting something to sit on one of these posts is such a pain in the neck. Okay, didn't even get close, but that's fine. Oh, no, move the wrong thing. Move it over like this. A little bit down, there we go, that's what I wanted. Nice. Little accented thing. Accentuate the place. And why not, because it is the nuclear wasteland. Let's just put a little bit of a radioactive symbol on some of this stuff. Biohazard symbol, I suppose. There we go, just to let people know there's probably some biohazards in there. That way they won't go hunting around in them. Right, but there we go, we got the salon. We've got the clothier and armourer over there. Place for people to eat their food. No, drink their liquor. That's up here. Down here we have the clinic as well. Weapon shop, that's looking very bare, I will say. Something needs to go here as well. Mayhaps an ammo crate or something. A big old steamer trunk. There we are. Cant it to the side a little bit. Add a bit more character. Why not? I reckon these suitcases will go nicely in the next area I'm going to do, which is the homes. So yes, that's it for everything here. So how many people do we actually need? We need 1, 2, 5, 6. I can't really essentially put someone down here, so they'll just have to randomly roam there. But 6 people need to operate the shops. And I'd like at least 1 or 2 guards. That'll be the last thing, a little guard post and what have you anyway. Probably what I was going to say, mayhaps this area for or something. We'll see. We'll see. Or mayhaps a little guard station here. What I will do then is I'll leave a little thing over for myself. I believe signs. There was a police sign. Oh, an employees only sign. I imagine the weaponsmith here might prefer that. Put it like here, inconveniently blocking 2 of the drawers. There we go. Right, I'll pop a police sign. I'll just pop it here for now, just to sit up there, so I'll use that later. I just stored that thing. Oh, for crap. Alright, I'll fix that and then we'll go start decorating the sleeping quarters and what have you over there. Right, I think that's it. This is the fancier place where someone has a bit more of a nicer bed. Their worker can sit on the, floor there in their sleeping bag. I converted this actually into a lavatory, I thought, instead. Oh, floor's glitching a little bit there. Don't know why that's doing that. I need to bump that up a little bit, do I? Okay, there we go. Should still line up fine. Yep, no problem. So then, yes, here's where some people will sleep. Some more of the workers and what have you. And then, like, the security guards and stuff get these tiny little spots. But they get their own little seating area here. But yes, that is it for that and that. So now the next step is adding a bunch of lighting. Right, first step done. A dash of lighting up here. Makes it look a bit nicer. It's not quite dark. It is like 10 o'clock or something. It's 2100 hours. So it's like 9, but there we go. Not too shabby indeed. So let's go down here. I think this looks quite nice like this, honestly. Doesn't need much. Just get some more lighting down in this area. So let's light this place up. Right, there we are. Upstairs is pretty much lit. Actually, no, I missed this area actually. Never mind. I was just going to do these like classic dangly bulbs. Something a bit just like that. Just to add a bit of lighting back here. There we are. Not too shabby. So let's get down to here, to the clinic, and do some more. There we are. Imagine this. This is person I imagine is like the wealthy gunsmith type person. Has a bit more fancier lighting. Where the doctors is just more, bare bulbs and what have you. Indeed. Yes. And the last area is down here. Hey! What are you doing here? Get out of here. Bobby Phillips, you should be doing a caravanning thing, not staying here and actually using the place. I know that's exactly what I want and I am complaining about it right now, but anyway. Okay, anyway. Let's, yes, do some more stuff. There we go, I put some, bulbs up here as well, but out here, it is now all finished. Unfortunately, there's not, other variants of these, otherwise I'd do a couple different ones on the tables, but that's fine. Some big light bulbs in there, some dangly bulbs, and I think that is pretty much it now. Everything looks like it's nice and lit up and looks good at night. I really do like, when stuff's all lit nicely at night time. All looks fantastic. It'll be a bit of a pain in the neck because especially this, engine's not the best at dealing with all of that. But yes, last thing to do is set up some security, which I'll do right now. I'll probably make it daytime and do that. And that should be it for this place. Indeed. Rightio. Not too shabby. Got a little guard post here and some turrets around here. Same goes for over here as well. Some of them are main thoroughfare here. Trashcan Carla stands around here too. Must protect Trashcan Carla. Okay, this one's a bit off center. My apologies. I'm sure it'll be perfectly fine on a rather explodey car. Never you mind. Little Minutemen outpost here, which does add some protection, which is quite good. That might be a mainstay of probably most of my settlements, especially because it has that cool flag waving in the breeze there. One last little turret up here. That'll help with this little guard post here, because this will sort of cover the back area. Very nice. That's all protected in there. It'll put this, police sign over here now. Yeah, this one's not quite playing ball. I'm gonna pop it up like that. There we go. Police. There we are. They can stand here and not look over it very well, but that's fine. What if I make it a little bit smaller? There we go. Knock it down a little bit. There we go. This counts as like a little guard post as well, so people will stand down here. And I put some turrets around just sort of the outside there. One up there. One up over here. So that way if the guards are sort of wandering around and they hear some gunfire, they can run to whichever spot is doing it. One up there too. So this place should be nice and protected as well from just about every angle. So once some people move in and all that good stuff, it should be nice. And I'll do that in the background and what have you. So yes, there we are. Right, before I go to the diner to finish up, let's have a little look-sees here. This is 10 Pines Bluff. This is the little supplying crate that I put in at the start. And this is what it's built. Not too shabby indeed. It's made it like a nice little humble abode. Yeah, not too bad at all. That's nice for these people here. They've got some lovely... Oh, there's some rad roaches in here. Oh yeah, I don't think I cleared these out. These guys are just here. That's alright. I mean, like I've turned AI off, enemy AI, so it's fine. Here we are at Abernathy Farm. Looks like some stuff has been added in here. Ah, very nice. Little diner area almost. Very good. Very good indeed. And some areas in here. Looks like some more sleeping quarters. That's good. That's good. So if any settlers come here, they've got room. Looks like the outback here has been added to as well. Some more houses. Little supply area there. And one fine little humble abode. Very good. Let's go to the last one, Oberland Station. Alright, well this place looks like a lot more to this one. Some lovely little shacks here on stilts and what have you. Very nice. This has had quite a fair bit, to be honest. Whoever designed these did a pretty good job as well. Quite nice. Yes. Very good, and very good as well. Yep, there we go. Got more stuff. Nice little humble abode. Oh, there's even more out the back here. Quite nice. Very good indeed. Some fencing here as well. This has really turned this one into like a proper looking settlement too. Security checkpoints here and everything. Don't think the place actually have any defense, but you know, it's got a lot of workout areas too. A recreation area, I suppose. Yes, very good indeed. So there we have had it. We've built a lovely little place here. The Drumlin Diner converted into a nice place for people to shop and what have you. A lot of purchasing can go on in here and it'll be nice and protected too. The downstairs area for the eating and all that good stuff as well, which is quite good. And of course, all the living quarters and living area for the people who actually do end up working here. But yes, the barrier looks all nice and stable, I'd say, relatively secure and all that good stuff. So that should all be fine indeed. But yes, here we are at the end once again, so thank you very much for watching and all that good stuff. I hope you enjoyed this place and this little build. Trying to record and edit it a little bit differently from the previous one. Might be a bit shorter for once, rather than being I think a bit too long to be honest, but yes. But as always, don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. It really does help out, and thank you very much to my lovely and fantastic members who all help support the channel. For just $1 a month, you can do the same thing. Even the lowest $1 tier gets access to the weekly exclusive episodes. The higher tiers help support the channel a bit more. Like my far out tier on screen here, or a bit more like my spicy tiers. Thank you very much. And a lovely shout out to Ghost of Protocol, CS Gaming, StageCat94, Frosty 20024, and John Marston 1005. Your support especially means a great deal indeed, so thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.